Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Shay here. If you're new to me, I'm an Aussie living in Australia, and last year and for part of this year as well, I used HCG patches to lose 37 kilos of fat from my body. It's just been absolutely amazing. So if you follow my journey on Instagram, you would know all the rounds that I've been through, and just how amazing and life-changing HCG has been for me. I've always been the overweight girl, and when I first tried HCG, I was a size 20, and now I'm down to a size 10, which has just been, I don't know, just crazy. I've tried so many different things and nothing's really ever worked for me until I tried this. So I've got a few other videos on my YouTube channel of the rounds that I've done, tips and tricks if you want to do it yourself. On Instagram, I also show all that same sort of content, the food and all that sort of stuff. And as I've gone along in my journey, I've also done a vlog on fat freezing because I wanted to work on some fat in my tummy area. So I've got a vlog there if you want to go and watch that of my fat freezing treatment. I'm just about to hit 3 months actually and do an update video on how that's gone on my tummy, and also I did my thighs as well. So in this video, what I wanted to talk to you guys about and bring you along hopefully is that I'm going to go and have a body composition scan done. So the reason for that is because I purchased some scales that measure weight and fat and muscle and water and all that good stuff in your body. And I found that was so incredible for my weight loss journey because I was able to see how much fat I was losing daily. And I could see when my water levels were going up and when they were going down and that sort of thing. So I really find it invaluable compared to just a weight scale where you just can only see that one number and you can't really see where else your body is, like where that weight's coming from in your body. So I ended up buying Renpho scales because I did a heap of research, and a few people had said that the Renpho scales were able to accurately or very accurately give the same reading as a DEXA scan. Now, a DEXA scan is the industry standard for being able to see your body composition, and it costs about $75 to go and have one of those done. Now, I'm going to go and have one of those done today. I've pre-weighed myself this morning in the 2 different modes on Renpho. There's a normal mode, which is what I did throughout my whole weight loss. And there's also an athletic mode, which gives really different results. So I'm going to go have a DEXA scan done today, and I'm going to show you the difference between the Renpho scales and the DEXA scan. Now, the reason I'm wanting to go and have that done is because I'm towards the end of my journey for losing fat. I still have a little bit to go, but when I'm being at this stage, I'm not sure what is my body made up of. When I weigh myself on the normal scales, I'll put the screenshot here for you. You can see that my fat percentage is still really quite high and my BMI is still considered overweight. So I'm really wanting to get some clarity there on how much fat do I really have in my body. Is it 30% like it says on the normal scan, or is it true to the athletic mode where it's actually 21% body fat? Now that's a really big difference. And I do still have a bit of a tummy. I probably have a couple of kilos here that I can lose, and on my thighs as well. And I'm going to do another HCG round starting the 1st of November 2020. So I want to go and have this scan done to just understand what is my body made up of, how much fat is really on my body, and just to answer those sort of questions for me. So I want to bring you along. Hopefully they'll let me film as I'm getting a scan done. I don't really know what to expect. And apparently it's all going to be emailed to me. So I can see all the digital information on what my body's made up of, and I'm going to share that with you guys because the Renpho scales are $50 on Amazon, and I absolutely love them. I tell everyone about them. They're on my Instagram where I talk about them all the time. Now I want to see, do they really live up to a DEXA scan, so that you guys don't have to go and pay the $75 to go and have a scan done. So that's sort of a little bit about me, what this video is going to be about, and let's go. I'm really excited to see what this is going to show, what the experience is going to be like, and I hope that you guys enjoy this.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Back from having my body composition scan done, and it was really interesting. I had to take out all of my metal earrings and stuff, make sure that I wasn't wearing anything that had metal in it. And as you would have seen, hopefully from the footage, I'm filming this before I look at the footage, you're able to see a little bit of the scan and stuff being done. And I got like a 9-page printout, so that's really interesting. And there was a couple of things that I want to go over with you. Long story short, and I'll say this at the beginning, and then you can continue listening if you're interested. And I don't actually have it in front of me, my normal scan, or normal weight, normal profile on the Renpho scales, scans me in at 30.2% fat or something like that. And this body composition scan says that I'm 32.2% fat. So I'm actually even more fat than what the normal scan says that I am, or normal scale scan says. So that's really interesting. I'm definitely not in the athletic mode category, which had me in at 21%. So overall, I think that it's a positive takeaway for me, because I was erring on the side of having come from a size 20 down to a size 10. I was erring on the side of, well, how much more fat do I have, and just sort of wondering, you know, how much more should I be losing, and feeling like I didn't want to lose too much weight, because I feel skinny. And even though I can see that there's fat and loose skin on me, and I can see it in my tummy, I also didn't know how much to lose. So I weighed in at 77 kilos. This machine says 77 kilos. My healthy weight on the Renpho scale says about 72 kilos. So in my next HCG round, that's what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to aim to lose those 5 kilos, and maybe even more, 7 kilos down to 70, to get down to 70 kilos. So that is the takeaway. The normal setting on the Renpho scales is pretty accurate, erring on the side of showing you less body fat than what an actual scan, a DEXA scan, shows you. So that's really good to know, and I'm really intrigued after my next HCG round to go and have another scan done and see how much fat I've lost in that round. So now to talk about some of the nitty-gritty things and some things that I find incredibly interesting about having this scan done. Now, having had one done, I highly recommend it. If you're interested in what your body composition is made up of, I highly recommend having one of these done. So I can see here that my total mass is 77.3 kilos and my lean mass is 50,674 grams, so 50 kilos, 50.6 kilos of lean mass. Now, lean mass includes all parts of the body, which is your organs, muscles, and fluid. So it means that my tissue percentage, my lean tissue percentage is 65%, and then the rest is all fat. So it's telling me that my fat mass, the amount of fat on my body is 24 kilos of fat. So that's really interesting, or 32%. It also shows you here where your fat is distributed, and I can see that 25% is in my tummy area and 38% is in my hips area. So I have more of a gynoid shape, which is a pear shape. It tells you about your bone, how much bone you have. I have a great amount of bone, completely normal. It tells you what your resting metabolic rate is. Mine is 1,461 calories a day. So that is what my body resting uses, 1,400 calories a day. It talks about your muscle index as well. It just says that I have normal amount of muscle. It's saying my adipose, visceral adipose tissue, which is the amount of fat around your organs, is 182 grams, which puts me in the 40th percentile. So that's pretty good. Don't really know if that really means a whole lot. I'm going to take a photo of this bit here and show you on the screen so that you can see really well. But it just shows me how much, I can see on the image how much fat I have and where it's distributed in my body. So I can see on my arms where the fat is and how much muscle's under there. I can see on my legs and everything how much lean mass and then the fat on the outside. So I can see that I have quite a bit more fat on my left hand side, on my thigh, more than the right side. I can see that I have a lot more fat on, I suppose it's a little bit difficult to tell on this, isn't it? Actually, I think I have more fat on my right thigh and more fat on my left side of my torso. And so it does tell you on here the amount of grams a little bit further along. It tells you where it's distributed. So I can see here with my arms, my right arm is, the amount of fat on my right arm is 1.5 kilos and on my left arm it's 1.6 kilos. So there's about a 95 gram difference in between my arms, with my left side on everything being more fatty. On my legs, my right leg has 4.9 grams of fat. Sorry, 4.9 kilos of fat. My left leg has got 4.9. Oh, okay, right. There's very little difference on my legs with the fat mass. That's interesting. But the difference is that my left leg has got more muscle. So my left leg's got 8.1 kilos of muscle and my right leg has got 7.9 kilos of muscle. Now I'm right-handed and my dominant side is my right side. And I couldn't really understand why, because I would think that that would be that my left side would have less muscle. But my mum pointed out to me that I use the clutch on the left side because I drive a manual car, and so I'm consistently using a clutch, and over the years it's built up more muscle, 163 grams more muscle. How funny is that? So then I can tell how much fat I've got in my tummy area. It is 10.2 kilos and 26 kilos of lean mass, which is all your organs and stuff. And yeah, I'm not sure about the last one. It's saying in my Android, so tummy area, fat mass is 1.3 kilos, and in my hips area is 4.5 kilos of fat. So that's quite a big difference in between those two places. Then I just have a body composition analysis, which shows me tissue percentage in percentages and also grams. I'll put that up on the screen for you as well. So it's just overall really interesting information to be able to see that. And I'm really interested to do my next HCG round and then go and have another scan and see how it differs. And it'd also be fantastic, and the main reason why people get these scans is that they start a 12-week challenge at the gym. So they go and have a scan at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, and they can see how much muscle they've put on, how much fat they've lost, and vice versa. So it's really interesting, like incredibly interesting. I highly recommend it. This is called a body composition scan. They do also call it a DEXA scan. On the website they called it a DEXA scan. I can't see DEXA written anywhere on here. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It was $75. The second scan will be $60, and the third scan will be $45. So it goes down each time. And I'm really interested to see how it ends up coming out after having done the round. And in reference to the Renpho scales, it's pretty accurate if you do it on the normal setting. As I said before, I have a little bit more fat. I need to go and have a look through how much muscle, and so I'll put the screenshots up for you to show you the difference of the Renpho scales, what I weighed in at this morning, and the information it gives you, and then what the actual DEXA scan showed me for muscle and all those other things as well. The DEXA scan doesn't actually show you water percentage, unfortunately, and it would be really great to compare those two. At the end of the day, the Renpho scales are $50 on Amazon, and a DEXA scan, as I just told you, the pricing. So it's totally up to you, but if you're on a weight loss journey, I highly recommend going and having one done if you've got the money to spend, just to be able to see that change in your body and see what's happening with you. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you found this really informative. I know that it's been really interesting for me, and I will keep you updated once I've done my next round. If you're interested in doing a round with me or want to know about HCG and how I lost all my weight, check me out on Instagram. Check out Nature's Body's Facebook page and their website as well. And join me for the Summer Body Blitz on the 1st of November if you'd like to, or any time in the future. You can do it whenever you feel like, and get yourself some of these scales if you're interested. And I wish you all the best with your journey as well, and thanks for watching. Bye.